If you've been feeling like you need to shrink to stay safe, if the thought of being fully seen feels heavy rather than freeing, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not losing control. You're just holding on to a fear that no longer matches the woman you've become. For most of our lives, we've been guided by the need to manage everyone else's comfort, often at the expense of our own peace. We've learned that being seen is frequently equivalent to being vulnerable in a way that feels unsafe. Many of us are realizing that the old ways of navigating the world, the carefully constructed roles, the expectations we've managed for decades, now feel like they are actively constricting our breathing. We aren't failing. We are simply outgrowing our survival strategies. Society often tells us that a Black woman who takes up space is demanding, or worse, seeking attention. We've been conditioned to believe that our value lies in our utility, not our presence. We learn to push through the exhaustion. We learn to perform excellence even when we are weary. We learn to meet everyone else's needs while hiding our own light, believing that our quiet sacrifice is our greatest strength. But for us, this isn't just an old habit. It's an identity we've outgrown. What was once a protective shell is now just a limitation that prevents the world from seeing who we actually are beneath the performance. What you're experiencing isn't a flaw. It's a shift. When the fear of being seen starts to feel heavy, that isn't a sign to hide. It is a sign that your system is demanding space to expand. The fear you're holding on to, the fear of judgment, the fear of misunderstanding, is a ghost of your past. Reframing this doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop centering that fear in your decision-making. You are not being seen for approval. You are being seen for integration. You are not losing your privacy. You are finally gaining the ability to exist in your own presence without apology. You don't have to name the fear to let it go. You don't have to act on it immediately. You don't have to explain to anyone why you are choosing to show up differently. You are allowed to be seen in fragments before you are seen as a whole. You are allowed to take up space at your own pace without having to justify your transition or prove your progress. When I started to consciously practice being seen, not for an audience but for myself, I noticed how often I reflexively minimized my accomplishments or downplayed my desires. But here's the thing. Living lighter starts when you interrupt that reflex. It looks like speaking your truth without adding a "just kidding" at the end to soften the blow. It looks like wearing the colors and the clothes that make you feel aligned, not the ones that make you feel invisible. This is the whole body wellness of identity. When you stop expending energy on keeping your light hidden, that energy returns to your nervous system. You begin to notice that the weight you were carrying wasn't your responsibility. It was just the heavy expectation of remaining unseen. It is a quiet, radical act to simply show up and let the world see what alignment actually looks like in practice. This alignment I'm talking about, it doesn't rush, it doesn't panic, and it doesn't punish you for past attempts to fit into smaller, safer spaces. It meets you right where you are. You're not starting over. You're starting from real lived wisdom. You are the only person who can decide to stop shrinking. You are the only one who can grant yourself the permission to be fully, authentically present in your own life. And guess what? You're not losing yourself, sis. You're meeting her, the more aligned you. Letting go of the fear of being seen is the first step toward the life you're meant to inhabit. This path takes time, but it is entirely yours to walk. If this message helped you feel a little lighter, please hit the like button and subscribe to continue this conversation. And if this is the first video you've watched from Aligned Women Over 50, go back and watch Series 2. It's an eye-opener, and I created it just for you.